Joining us now is the former United States Attorney and the former governor of the great state of New Jersey, Christie. Mr. United States Attorney, I am struggling to understand this whole progressive prosecutor thing. How does not enforcing the law, how does that further the democracy or make us safer?
It doesn't, Trey. You're absolutely right. You called it insane in a rhetorical question, and you're absolutely right. I did this, as you know, for 7 years of my life. And as governor, one of the big changes that we made in our state when I was governor was giving judges the permission to detain violent criminals with a history of violence pre-trial so they wouldn't go back out on the street, kill witnesses or other innocent victims. You know, I think there's going to be a very interesting fight here in New York City because we now have a mayor in Eric Adams who is saying that what he wants as a former police officer is to bring back plainclothes gun units, to take guns off the streets, and to arrest criminals, violent criminals. And he's already fighting with the new Manhattan district attorney who says he's not interested in prosecuting any of those crimes. It's crazy, and I will tell you, as somebody who goes into New York City frequently, it is now once again a dangerous place and not a place that people would want to go or bring their families.
You know, Governor, I mean, crime to me is a tax on the poor. I mean, you and I are not likely to be victims of crime. I mean, it is communities of color, so they act like they're progressive, but they're really hurting the people they claim that they're helping, aren't they?
It's absolutely right. Look, one of the big reforms we did was in the city of Camden, New Jersey, which is 95% African-American and Latino. And what we did was we fired the entire Camden City police force because they were so inept at preventing crime. And we established a new county police force with a metro division in Camden. And you know what happened, Trey? Murder went down over the next 7 years, 75%. Armed robberies went down over 80%. Shootings went down 70%. When you have police officers who are empowered on the street to work with the community they're protecting, to stop violent crime, and you have prosecutors who are willing to prosecute those cases, then you have safe neighborhoods again. Until then, we're going to have people who are lower on the socioeconomic scale in terms of what they make and where they live in terms of their housing, who are going to be at much greater risk now because of folks like the Manhattan DA and the others around the country, San Francisco, Chicago, we could name them.
Governor, the last time I saw you in person, you were doing extraordinary work on the opioid epidemic, and I mean that. I mean, it was bipartisan praise for what you did. Well, we have another epidemic, fentanyl. I mean, it is killing, it may be the leading cause of death among adults. What can we do? What should we do? What are your insights into the fentanyl epidemic?
We have to do three things, Trey. The first is that we have to get tougher on our southern border. So much of this fentanyl is coming in from the southern border, from Central America through Mexico, and we are seeing the results. Over 100,000 dead from April of 2020 to April of 2021. That is incredible, all from fentanyl and opioid overdoses. We need to stop that. Second, we need to get much tougher on China. China is sending this fentanyl into our country, and it is an attack. It's an attack on our homeland. And third, we need to get smart about the way we lower demand inside our country. We have to have a lot more treatment for folks, medication-assisted treatment, things that are going to get people off of this stuff and back to a productive life where they're working and being responsible mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, sisters and brothers.
Governor, you did extraordinary work on opioid. I hope the Biden administration or somebody will kind of tax your expertise and get you involved in this as well. Thank you for your service to the state of New Jersey and also to the United States as a prosecutor, and thank you for joining us on a Sunday night.
Trey, thanks for having me on Sunday night, and thanks for what you're doing raising these important issues. Incredibly important. Thanks for doing it.